This is Ken Pyle at Parks Associates Connections Conference at CTIA. We're with Melissa Duchin of Parks Associates. You are an analyst at Parks, and you've been following this conference. What has stuck out so far in the sessions you've seen?
Well, from the leveraging big data session, I really noticed that you have to talk about the difference between the connected home and the smart home, and that you see companies using big data and analytics to get us to a smarter home, something that's not just connected to the internet, but actually doing things on our behalf, learning our behaviors, and making automation smart.
That's an interesting distinction, a very good one. And I suppose that smartness happens out in the cloud.
It absolutely can happen out in the cloud, and it has to do with the programming, right? So software is a key component. If you can have smart software and a smart platform, you're going to have a smart home.
Now, what are you seeing as far as the role of the service providers in kind of making that connection happen?
The service providers have a great connection to the consumers and a really big relationship established with them. And I think the service providers are going to help get the smart home to the consumers.
And you were saying that AT&T's keynote kind of spoke to some of those points?
Yeah, Kevin Peterson from AT&T Digital Life gave a great keynote yesterday on their offering that has just come out, and just how much AT&T can bring to the table with their infrastructure and their customer base to help bring the smart home into the mass consumer and really give what they said, was a full package offering.
And when you talk about full package offering, does that mean all these different silos of services in one thing?
Yeah, he showed something that had different offerings, right? So you could get a water package to make sure that you didn't have a leak. You could get the security that was monitored security, and also an energy package to help you control your lights and thermostat, everything that you expect from a smart home.
That's pretty cool. I know we spoke to Geeta Nair, who's the Chief Medical Information Officer of AT&T yesterday, and it was fascinating to hear her perspective as a practicing physician of how that connectivity and the smartness can help her do her job better as a physician.
Yeah, something else that stuck out from Kevin's presentation was that we're getting into other areas such as healthcare in the home. You have the value proposition of older people who have adult children who don't want to live in an assisted living facility, who are healthy enough to live on their own, but their kids and themselves want the safety, security, and those value propositions. And
so they're starting to see some of the aging in place type of initiatives, if you will?
Absolutely. And the smart home, their offering says, when we learn your behavior, we can see when maybe your mom or your grandmother hasn't gotten out of bed like she usually does every morning at 6 a.m. Maybe it sends an alert just to let you know, hey, is everything all right? Or she always gets in her medicine cabinet and she hasn't this morning.
Oh wow, pretty powerful stuff. Kind of predicting, the future based on the analytics of the past, I suppose.
Absolutely, that's where you need to be in order to create a smart home, is the ability to predict events or learn behaviors.
Well, Melissa, I always appreciate your insight, and thank you very much.
Thank you. It's always a pleasure.